Hi there, it's Kelly Harper from Cincinnati State's Career Center, and I want to talk to you a little bit more about understanding Career Coach a little bit more. I've gotten some feedback from some of your FYE instructors that we need to dig a little bit deeper and help you understand this assessment and its importance. So, what I want to start out with is career assessments, and I'm going to keep using that word over and over again, and I'll define it in just a second. But career assessments help individuals gain insight into themselves and connect to potential careers. The goal of this whole exercise is to help individuals move from unawareness and or confusion to opportunity. And it's going to give you information that you can use as part of this search and what you're trying to help identify as potential careers. Most of the assessments follow some sort of methodology. And that means that students need to understand what that methodology is. Some of these assessments look at interest, things that you're drawn to, things that you might enjoy. Some of them, their methodology is around personality, behaviors that drive your activity or why you do certain things, or any number of those. An example of personality might be a Myers-Briggs exam, if anyone's taken that, where we look at extroversion, introversion, how you gain your energy. Those are personality type traits. Some are more focused on aptitude and skills, like our U-Science assessment. That allows you to look at where your strengths and abilities lie and how those abilities then connect into careers. Some of them look at values, what's important to you. They're all tools that gain and give you information and knowledge about specific areas. So the goal of any assessment is to help you increase self-awareness about who you are as a potential employee or how you would connect into a career. It's also to give you awareness about the labor market. It's also to help you better understand careers that are out there. There is no number. Career, I've heard anything from, over 500 to thousands of different careers that are out there. So any of these assessments, they're trying to break it down into smaller segments so that you can spend your time and energy on areas that might be of interest or ability, those type pieces. It's also a great jumping off point for you to have further conversations with a Career Center staff member or family members about why some of these things would be a fit for you. And it also is just there to provide guidance about next steps or things to consider and look at. So a moment ago, I referenced assessment versus test. Programs in assessment such as Career Coach, they're not tests. These two words are not the same. An assessment is about estimating a level, whereas a test measures achievement or knowledge. Assessments such as career tools do not give you any guidance on how much you know. What they're really trying to do is estimate a level of interest, a level of ability, so that it gives you some ground to get started with. In an assessment, there are no right or wrong answers. The goal of an assessment is to give you the accuracy so that you are true to yourself. So again, it's not about knowledge and testing. It's about this information that will help you better understand yourself and give you levels of estimating. Career Coach doesn't tell you. I hear this over and over again. It told me I needed to be a garbage collector. Career assessments don't tell you those type things. They give you information about careers that may be of interest to you. And when we look at Career Coach, the focus is around interest. No tool is that powerful that it can tell you this is what you should do for the rest of your life. If it did, you would never have choice. You wouldn't even be sitting here talking about different career options. You wouldn't even have the ability to change your major 25 million times, because there is no career assessment that is that powerful that can do that. What it's supposed to do is suggest ideas about careers you might want to explore more in depth. In this process, what I want you to do is keep an open mind. Results offer you information, a list of potential careers, a language about yourself. They open you up to really kind of thinking about things to consider, things to explore, things that you may know versus things that you're unsure of. What I also want you to think about is read between the lines. What are the skills that are used in a particular career and why? Especially when you come up with things that are not, you're kind of like, why is this coming up for me? I don't want to do that. Think about what's in connected to that. And I'll pick on clergy. This comes up a lot of times, especially in interest surveys or teaching, clergy or teaching. It comes up a lot in interest surveys because there's that piece where people like to work with people. And so why it comes up, you'll see it a lot in those that have S in their RIASEC code or the Holland code, what you're finding in Career Coach. And the skills that make that particular profession, or skills needed in that particular profession, are compassion, ability to listen, working with individuals. While those are not, things that you might think when you hear that word, like, oh, I don't want to be a pastor, I don't want to be part of the clergy, I don't want to be a teacher. They have application in other careers, and that's why it's popping up for you. So let's say I wanted to, do something along those lines, because I feel like I'm a compassionate person. I like to listen. I like to work with individuals. Well, I may want to dig deeper and look at other career options that are more of a focus. This does not mean I have to be in the clergy. So when you think about how these assessments offer insight, what we've looked at is interest in the career coach. It helps you understand what you might want to do, where you might want to spend your time. Then things to think about as you explore, well, what organizations align with my interest? When we start looking at skills, what do I do well and what skills do I need to develop? This starts looking at job functions. So what skills are an organization looking for that I might need to do? And let's kind of pick on that. Let's just say, I have an interest with numbers. So I may be leaning towards accounting. I may need to develop certain skills in that area. But some of the things that I like to do, balance checkbooks. I like to do things that are going to make the numbers equal out. So I may want to look at things that have those functions in them. Also, when we look at career values, if that's an important piece in how you're looking at those pieces, you may want to look at environments. What type of work would support those specific values that are very important to me? And then personality traits. How does this type of a position align with my individual traits? An example might be if I am someone that's more extroverted and I like brainstorming and I like getting my energy from people. Being solitary in my own office all day long doing projects is not going to be something that is going to get me energized, excited, ready to go. Where if I'm an introvert, that might be a really good thing because it allows me to process information in a different way. So as you're thinking about all of these, again, going back to that open mind, what we want you to think about is as you're exploring yes, no's, maybes, I have no clue, because this allows you to think about what is out there. Again, career coach is focused on interest, and interests are fundamental in the concept of education, personal development, and vocation, because it describes that positive engagement during which an individual is happy to continue working and learning. So as you are looking at these, and let's go back to that clergy, think about what does a typical day look like? Where would somebody work? Is this all a fit? And if you are going to, I have no clue about this, then that is time to explore a little bit more in a very different way. So I hope this helps give you some context around it. Things I would say is definitely schedule some more one-on-one time with the Career Center. And ultimately, just keep this in mind. Career coach is a tool. You ultimately decide if the information is valid to you. None of these assessments tell you what to do. You control this process. So again, schedule time with a Career Center staff member and we can walk a little bit further through this and help you dissect this a little bit more. That's what we're here for. So schedule time through Starfish with us or call the Career Center at 513-569-4242. Thanks and have a great day.